Hello and welcome back to Grit and Valor 1949. So we've had our first run into Germany and there is definitely a difficulty spike as we get there. We've got a decent loadout of mechs though, with the Volcano, the Thunderhead and the Ironclad, and we've now got the Phoenix Protocol on two of these, and I'm honestly considering, and I think I just might get rid of, yeah, I might get rid of Deadeye here and put Phoenix Protocol on this as well. And we've also got our first legendary attachment here, so we're well on our way to having some really good maxed out mechs here. I think to get the overclock fully done up, you just need all purples. Basically, each one gives you a certain amount of power. Purples give 4. So all purples will max this out, but if we do find some legendaries, we could perhaps swap them out for some of the blues on here or on the Ironclad. And that would probably, maybe even just push those over to get them max overclocked as well. But we're getting to a point where our mechs are kind of maxed out in terms of how good they can get. So we might want to start putting into Valor to be able to upgrade our pilots now that we've unlocked them all. And get these done up, since we can make our units, we can improve them that way. But yeah, we have to be kind of looking at how we're going to kind of finish up and finalise our units here so they can take on this last mission. On the topic of that as well, we want to be looking out for blueprints. I don't know if we're going to need to unlock the rest of these before we get to the end here, or if we'll even be able to get that, get that many blueprints before then. But yeah, we also want to be looking out for bits of scrap again, just to be able to afford, for example, these things that we've reserved here. Scrap's probably the number one thing we're after at the moment. Right, I'm happy with this loadout, looks good to me. We'll get started. Same as last time, and we'll see how we do. Right.
Enemy approaching.
This side first. Okay. Ironclad can go here, Thunderhead there. Command vehicle onto this. Hurry, get into position. Oh, this is precariously placed. Next wave. At the end of each wave, if your Thunderhead is armoured, it gains additional armour. That sounds... oh, if we attack armoured units, we can gain armour. If attacked while armoured, it has a chance to restore ability charges. I think while it's armoured, it can gain more, is a really good one. I'd like to get fortified impact and fortified regeneration, to be fair, but we'll get that one at the moment because it's got some armour. So at the moment it's got like 500 armour, so it'll continue to gain some. It'll continue to gain a lot, actually. Right, they're coming from this side. Right. Get behind the cover, get behind the cover. Get to here. Move this over. In fact, hang on. And this is really quick now, the ironclad. Okay, wow, the thunderhead is just going to be... just sit this thing at the back behind some cover and it will do the rest, basically, is what we're figuring out here. Okay. Incoming enemies. And we can go around and just shoot this thing here quick. Lovely. Right. Well, that escalated quickly. It's like, and suddenly it's a legendary. Ah, that's nice. Right.
Good job.
Nailed them. Increased rate of fire, but has a chance to get disabled when attacking. 5% chance. At the start of each wave, your thunderhead gains barrier, but takes damage at the end of each wave. Chance to gain armor or be disabled when attacked. I think we're just going to go with this, like super fire rate, but occasionally it'll disable itself. I'd like to know how long it disables itself for, but when it's 50% fire rate, you kinda don't care. I think the obvious choice here is to just go down this right hand side. As we've seen, it's a bit dangerous in this area, so going down past all the elite and advanced combats is probably a bit risky. I think while we're still kind of in our in the infancy of our campaign, and we're still kind of leveling up units and getting techs, we'll probably go for the easier options here, and then we'll go for the boss. Hopefully we can at least scout them out. We will have an elite fight down here, unless, I mean, we'll miss out on combat, but we could go down this route of doing 2 events. It does mean we'll miss out on 4 ability pickups, but we might gain more from doing 2 events, because, I mean, I guess it depends whether or not we want to hit this salvage outpost. That's up to us. Right. But we'll start by going down the right side.
Get ready for enemies approaching.
Now we've got fuel to pick up, and it looks like the enemies are coming from this side.
Yes.
Let's welcome them warmly with our Volcano and friends. It'll take but a moment, but we'll roast them alive. Right, these things can be rather fleeting, but I guess we can go health right now. Because we can actually heal health, so I'd rather go for that. And okay, Ironclad is ridiculously fast firing now. Okay, other side. This is going to be easy. We can just pivot between each side, can't we? From here and here. This will actually be a really, really easy map.
spotted.
Next wave is, where's it going to be? We'll take the Valor actually. Cause I'm not desperate for new mechs and overclocks. I think we've got plenty at this point. I think we've got enough to win the game. I think we just need, I think upgrading our pilots will have a bigger impact on our actual efforts to win the game.
The enemy is
Final
weakening.
wave this side.
Ready for orders. Setting in ambush.
Awaiting orders. Understood. Moving now.
Ready for orders.
Critical chance on the Thunderhead. Yep. We might be going critical Thunderhead build again. And that... Still, we can't see... Okay. Have we got him?
Job.
We've got him. And that is that though. Yeah, that's that though. We have... Increased damage and... your Ironclad has increased damage and its attacks have a chance to inflict tagged. I mean, I feel like we're going for the... Yeah. I think we're going for like Ironclad build this time. We might be going for Ultra Giga Ironclad. Meanwhile, our Thunderhead at this point is just gaining more armor each round. Now that's something as well. Remember how we kind of got this legendary fortified regeneration. It's like, yeah, we're gaining 120 armor at the end of each wave as long as it's got some armor left. It's now got more armor than health. That's just been slowly ticking away while all this has been happening. We're capturing radio towers on this one, it would seem. We'll go and get this, and then we'll scoot over there to get that radio tower. Look at the Ironclad go. It's just absolutely shredding. Oh, it disabled itself. So there's that problem. The crit chance of the Ironclad. Yes. So hang on, the Ironclad is now on 47% crit chance. Absolute crit monster. You can see there's like loads of 32s and an occasional like 88 damage that it would keep doing. Yep, those would be the crits. Oh god, they're coming from this way. Run. Hurry. Fast. Go. Now. Mush. Luckily we are actually quite quick, especially with the Ironclad. Pull this back for a second. Yeah, it does disable itself for a few seconds then. But, yeah. Increased damage and and it can tag things. Okay. Yep, we're getting Ultra Giga Ironclad on this run. That's what we seem to be moving toward.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, this seems to be going fine for the moment. Got it. Yep, so we're just buffing that up continuously.
Objective achieved. Commander?
Blow this up. Collect that, and then we'll crush these. Ooh, coins or scrap? We'll go for... I've got a few shops on the way, so coins are probably going to be useful on this run. There's a few of them bunched up. Right, we've got everything, haven't we? Yep, captured them. No boxes on the floor out. Not that we can really do anything at this point, because it's over. But there we go. And we're going to go for... Thunderhead deals increased weakness damage, and when attacking enemies that are weak to it, it inflicts tagged. Let's do that. Message interception, what have we got? Attention, this is your general. Dr. Z has entrusted me with New Germany and entrusted all of us with protecting the future he has built. There have been rumours that the resistance are on their way to our great nation. Ignore these rumours, and if you see someone who does not fit in, report them immediately. We've seen that before. I almost pity this overgrown baby. Dr. Z has turned him into a mechanical freak.
The Axis forces are almost upon us.
Right. We will go for...
Commander?
Let's put this here, this there.
Seeking cover.
Advising the division.
And then we have to start escorting this vehicle back here. Health of your... Ooh. Sure. Big health boost, why not?
You're taking critical damage. That's one less Axis grunt. Clear the area and complete your objective.
Right, Repair of the ironclad, crit chance of it. Ooh, crit chance. Ooh, crit chance. It's now at 53%. We're gonna crit more often than we don't now, which will be interesting. Ah crap, there we go. Oh well, that took the hit rather than my command vehicle, so that's not bad.
wits about you.
Final wave. Oh, hang on. That there. This here. Sod it, yeah. Uh-oh. You can make it! I'll get behind cover! Ah! We took a bit of damage, but we're good. Fire rate? Ooh, mind you, movement speed. Ah, but it's all a thunderhead, it's not enormous. Fire rate of the volcano. Sure.
This is the last of them.
I will say, there's something nice about just playing a regular combat mission where I don't have to dance around between explosions and bomb raids all the time. I can just kind of sit my guys here and... ooh, I best not forget this. Yeah, I can just kind of sit them there and it's like, yeah, I can just take an advantageous position and obliterate everything. You know, to sit behind cover on the high ground. Oh, this is just asking for this, isn't it? Scrap. Yeah, that obliterated them all. Boom.
Great work, team.
Ooh. When your volcano attacks, it has a chance to take damage. 5% chance. However, when it kills an enemy, it restores health. So there's a 5% chance it will take 4 damage. But when it kills an enemy, it gains 200 back. And click. So, no hesitation needed. That's getting bought. I don't even need to look at the other two because they're not legendaries, and I doubt about good. Well, no, I had a quick glance, but yeah, it's the obvious choice here. I mean, might as well go here, so then we've got a choice, but we'll be going to this advanced combat almost definitely. This might be that lucky run that we needed to be able to just get to the boss and maybe even win. This might be all we need, because we are getting some really good enhancements here. And we need to destroy rockets. There'll be one here, one there, and one... where's the third? Yeah, increase the repair of the ironclad. Get a bit more survivability because it's slowly taking a few knocks here. I'd rather it not. Where oh where is that third? Ah, there it is, there. You can see in this corner. Yeah, and it's coming out now.
That damage looks critical.
And we might actually destroy these quickly enough.
Enemy approaching.
Okay. We'll run the ironclad to here, the thunderhead to there. And the command vehicle, now that it's got that. The crit damage of your thunderhead. Oh, all the crit chance of the ironclad now, but this is a purple. I'm going for that. Okay. Ah, so it looks like you can't actually... Yeah, that's... I remember that from the tutorials now. When enemies have got armor, they can't be... You can't critical hit. I remember it saying that about my units, but yeah, it makes sense that it applies to enemies. Because we were getting nothing but 19, but then you can see a 51 in there. Bang, 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 and then you're seeing like 51, 75, 51, 51. That's crazy though. So this is doing 19 damage with its machine guns, but then it'll crit, which it does 53% of the time, which deals 175% bonus damage, taking it from 19 to 51. From the machine guns it has. Like, it's doing thunderhead damage on machine guns.
Clear the area and complete your objective.
With like a huge fire rate bonus as well. Okay, hang on here.
One more way.
Tell you what, let's send these up. And leave this down here.
Getting up high.
In an attempt to, yeah, to actually take this rocket out. Oh, it's taking some hits. Let's use its armor ability.
Squash one.
We're under heavy fire. Danger! That damage looks critical.
Affirmative.
Blast them.
Put your target in min.
Right, the two rockets are destroyed. We get our bonus.
Aye, understood. Moving now.
Fire rate of the ironclad. That's pretty good. I mean, there's damage and crit damage on the stuff, but now 15% fire rate. So, what's its fire rate? Does it show like that somewhere? Movement speed, damage, fire rate 331. Volcano is 66. Thunderhead is 49. This is on 330. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's getting a bit silly.
Enemy wave is approaching.
From the north. Okay, interesting.
Awaiting orders. Ready. You take the high road, I'll take the low.
We'll just hunker down over here. Let them come.
Under enemy fire.
Oh,
Commander.
that
Affirmative.
grill started lighting them up.
Ready for orders.
Looks like it's over and this one started doing it now.
Show me the foe.
Do these vents just go on if you just stay on top of them? Is that their deal? Are they going to turn off now?
Under attack.
So is it just you're not allowed to stay on those areas for long? Basically you just can't stand on these grates, essentially.
Targets eliminated.
Area cleared.
Nailed it. Right. Excellent job. We'll press on. What do we get though? Volcano can dismantle undamaged enemies when it hits them. 10% chance. Sure. Fire move, fire moves. Your tactics will defeat these odds just as they always have. Right. Do we want to go to a shop? We could go shop and then into these combats and kind of go to the next shop then. That is a possibility. If we go down this route, we will end up at a shop anyway, just before an elite combat. It looks like either way we're going to go to two shops. We could avoid the shops by going through these events, but then you miss out on the combat, so you'll get fewer upgrades. We'll go this way, to the right, so that we hit the shop later. Might have use for its upgrades a bit more then. Right.
Clear the area and go.
Enemies are coming from that way.
Ready for orders. Setting an ambush.
I'll be safe there. Hunkering down. Complete your objective. Moving.
Right. Damage of the Thunderhead, fire rate of the Thunderhead, crit damage of the Thunderhead. Just raw damage, it's in blue. Right. Defend the resistance. Oh, defend and extract the resistance vehicle. And it is one of those combats, so there's going to be bombs dropping on us while this happens. Ah, that drone's got us. Oh. That's unusual. So I guess on the elite encounters on here, they might just show up randomly at the sides.
Yes. Tell me what you need. You're under heavy fire.
Commander.
Get behind cover. I said get behind cover, moron. We'll do the same here as well. What's it doing? It's sitting there. Come on, move, go, mush. Is it stupid? Oh my god! Even with that open, it's gonna go the long way.
Get ready for enemies
Really?
approaching.
We're going the long way.
Ready for orders.
Right. Enemy are coming from what direction? Oh, hello. Oh, this is a upgrade to an already an ability we've already got. Yeah, I think we'll just up the ironclad's damage. Why not?
You're taking critical damage. You're taking
Commander.
We need to shift.
critical damage.
And now we need to shift this way. Okay, they're coming in from the bottom.
Aye.
We'll post up here. We need to keep this thing moving.
Neutralise axis. Ready. Yes, Commander. Soldiers down.
This is definitely the most annoying mission type they've ever made. Like the thing is, it's like, you think that the industry would learn that escort missions are crap, always have been, always will be, unless you have some kind of amazing NPC pathing and behaviour. And I will put that out there, like the problem isn't necessarily that escort missions are bad, it's that the
Affirmative.
AI for NPCs is often utterly atrocious to support such missions. That's basically what the actual problem is. You know, escort missions being bad is just a symptom of that problem, but doesn't change the fact that it is a problem and you should probably avoid these types of things. And they don't. Because of course. Okay, we obliterated all of them. Uh-oh. Going this way. This will be right into our command vehicle. Let's back this out of the way.
Awaiting orders. Hey, bother. The final enemy
Now,
wave
where
is
are
approaching.
they coming from in this final wave? This side. Valor, I guess.
Aye.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, we'll go for the dismantle chance, why not? Burn! Just missed. When you stop and think about it for a moment, shouldn't these all be like rushing toward my command vehicle over here? Rather than just kind of going for my actual mechs. You would think so, but apparently not. I have been kind of going under the assumption all this time that I had to position it behind the rest of my stuff, but no, apparently not. Oh, hello. For 10% movement speed reduction, we can increase the weapon range of our Thunderhead by 1. Okay, that's interesting. Or we can have reduced damage on our Ironclad, but every time we heal, gain... yeah, our healing will be increased by 150%. That will affect our end of wave repair. Or we can get... whenever Volcano kills an enemy, it gains 20 health. But it has a fire rate reduction. All of these are obscenely good. We're gonna go for the legendary variant though. Yeah. Again, just all of these are ridiculous. I will point out as well, by the way, if you look at our Thunderhead at the moment, because it never lost its armor, because it sits at the back, it's now got over 2,000, going on 3,000 armor. Right? It has more health. Well, it has more armor, I think, at this point, than the health of all of our units combined together. Right? This thing is literally, there's like the hull of a ship welded to its face as it just rolls toward the enemy like, hello, you cannot kill me. All the bullets just bouncing off of it. You know, the ground quaking under its legs as it strides along. Just on the sheer weight of the armour that's placed upon it, you know. The servos buckling under the strain and all that. Right, we'll go through this gate, we'll open it with our command vehicle. And we have an escort. Oh, lovely. Oh, and it's right there, right where they're dropping right now. Excellent stuff. We don't actually have much cover in this area, do we?
On my way.
Understood. Moving now.
Yeah, we have terrible, like, Okay, some cover there. Fire rate. Yeah. Sure, why not? Post them here. Well, we're hoping to blow this up, then take cover, but no, the Volcano decided to just ignore the thing that was shooting at it to shoot at the thing that wasn't shooting at it. Genius. Right. We've got a lot of shops coming up, so we're going to take some coins.
Seeking cover. Show me the floor. On my way.
Just getting moving.
On my way. Show me the floor.
That damage looks critical.
Commander.
And they're all just sitting there because this thing hasn't moved. Right. They're all shooting at this, so we can just get out of cover, get closer, and
Critical damage.
get it to shift. Because they're focusing on that, not me.
Ship's crash one. Commander.
Careful, you're taking critical damage. You're under heavy fire.
Move this over here to try and assist. This too.
Critical damage.
Under attack. Show me the floor. Taking another watch position.
I hate these escort missions. I really do.
The Axis forces
Get the hell
are
out of here.
upon us.
Right.
Setting in a
This here, this here. It's there. Wait for these to get through. Now I can push up. And repair of the Volcano, yes. Pick variant, absolutely smashing stuff. Lovely. We should be able to knock most of these on the head. In fact, I'm going to move this over to here. It should have better coverage of this area then. Oh wow. We just did like, I think we just critted it for 1,000,000 health. No, I think like 700 odds. I don't know how we managed that. I'm wondering if like two of the damage numbers overlapped or something. Actually no, I know what that'll be. Firstly, fire rate of the ironclad, we're just going to make it even more ridiculous. But yeah, I think we have a chance to dismantle, don't we? Yeah, that's what it'll have been. So we rolled the dismantle chance on that mech and just did 700 damage in one. Cause we're badass. Right. Ooh, we've got a way to go on this way.
Is the last of them.
Commander.
Go. Go. Go.
Setting in a bush.
Go, go, go.
Look out! Critical damage.
Oh, they ripped through that cover, didn't they? Excellent stuff. Ton of coins, and at the start of each wave your Thunderhead gains barrier, but takes damage at the end of each wave. Yeah, that's not great. Deals increased damage, but also takes more damage. That's terrible. Your Volcano, while above 50% health, deals increased damage, while below it deals reduced. It's got self-healing, that's not bad. We can keep that up on high health, can't we? Right, well, let's see what we can buy. We've got a lot of money, so we can kind of go a bit nuts here. We'll improve an attribute, movement speed of the Thunderhead, health of the Do we want to increase its health by 120? You know, the 2,700 armor Thunderhead. Do we think an extra 120 health will matter, or would we rather have a bit of movement speed so we can maybe, you know, get out of the way of incoming bombs? Yeah, we want the movement speed at this point. Random enhancement, and they're all common. Lovely. They're all kind of crap. Volcano deals increased damage but takes damage. Gain barrier but take damage. Thunderhead is below the threshold. Bestow health up to it. If it's above, reduce health to it. Oh god, no. No, these are all awful. I actually don't want these. That was a waste of money. Barrier maybe on this isn't awful, I suppose. Thing is, that could result in hundreds of unnecessary damage. Can I? No, I have to pick one. Great. Get the barrier thing. They're awful. Have we gone to a point where all the stuff we're getting is just bad? We'll heal the command vehicle. I will not stand for this. Oh, okay. Nice to know. Right. We'll head in. We've got an elite fight, and then I think it were an advanced one, so a bit of a hard go at it, but we'll make it through this and we'll get to the finish line.
Hunkering down. I'll be safe there.
Fuel supplies need to be delivered on this one, so it's nice and easy. In fact, before we do anything, let's just move back to here. Fire rate, crit chance, or health. Let's go with fire rate. Fire rate on the Thunderhead. No, yeah, so that's why I figured I'd stand back here just in case it decided to drop a bomb along this horizontal line there, because it had knocked two of them out of position. Can the barriers absorb the health that it takes at the end of each wave? I wonder.
Look out! We're taking critical damage!
Yeah, I figured it'd do that the moment that I stood on both of those. Not that it's mattered. Ow, they're both on vents.
Enemy incoming!
Next wave is... where are they? Where are they coming from? This side, right.
Show me the foe. Taking cover.
I'm awaiting orders. Moving to
And we
high
can pick up
elevation.
this while we're there. Let's delivered. We'll head back. Oh. This will need to be taken out while we're here, won't it? Okay. Ooh. Oh, this is just upgrade to a current ability. I always hear that, like, you think, oh, a legendary. No, it's you're upgrading one. So this is a purple, these are two commons, and we can upgrade. Right. God, that makes the it makes the damage worse both ways, this. So it's an upgrade and a downgrade simultaneously. That is a crap card. Keeping in mind that there's abilities out there that just give you bonus damage. Right. When we attack an undamaged enemy mech, it has a chance to dismantle. We'll just upgrade that. Next wave. Final. Oh no, not final wave. Go there, and actually we'll send this here because this is a bit close, so it should be able to get over here in time. Though this thing is a lot faster. Fire rate on the ironclad. I wonder if that's like multiplicative, you know, like if it's multiplying the current amount or the base, cause yeah, I'm 389 fire rate now. It's getting a bit ridiculous. Honestly, at this rate, the target for repair might be the command vehicle itself, with the way we're currently going.
On my way.
Is this? Come on, move, go, go, go. Gaining 120 armor per round, it's absolutely ludicrous.
Ready for orders.
Final wave incoming.
Move this out of the way, let's not have this get bombed and killed like last time. You know, an accident and that, just oops, wasn't paying attention for command vehicle, explodes. We'll keep going for some scrap where and when we can. This side. God damn, yeah, I forget that this got its range upgraded, didn't it? So it's ridiculously long range now. Like, it's almost comical that like the size of its range. Like, this can just strike from across the map now.
Look out! Critical damage! You're taking
And every time this kills something, it's just recovering more health. I think this is the run. I've got a really good feeling about this. When your Thunderhead deals tagged damage, it gains increased fire rate. When your Thunderhead deals tag damage, it has the chance to gain an ability charge. When your Ironclad deals tag damage to an enemy mech, it has a chance to dismantle. What do we have that gives us tagged? Crit chance, crit damage, movement speed, fire rate. We know what that is. Fortification, marked prey. When we we deal increased damage, increased weakness damage, and when attacking enemies that are weak, we inflict tagged. So we do have something for it. And I guess all we need to do is like hover over them very quickly, cause the actual when you hover over them, like tagged will come up as a little tooltip at the bottom there, won't it? So if we see anything that says tagged, like the word disabled there, tagged. The ironclad deals increased damage and its attacks have a chance to inflict tagged. It is a 10% chance. Right. So the ironclad can tag things, the thunderhead tags things that are weak to it. Right. So the ironclad has a chance to tag things, and if it does tag them, it then has a chance to instantaneously kill them. Keeping in mind that it fires very quickly, right? The thing is, this thing, it is guaranteed to tag things if they're weak to it. Now, I'm not bothered about ability charges on this, it's just like a weak airstrike that it does. It's not all that useful. I mean, it's not bad. I'm sure if you upgraded it a bit more, it'd be quite good, but it's not amazing. The fire rate, though, is pretty good. But I think the ironclad's going to have to take it, because it hits, even though it's not a guaranteed tag, it can do it to any unit, and it fires fast as hell, so it's actually likely to tag them. So this might actually proc a decent bit. So the ironclad will just occasionally one-tap things. Just, you know, as you do. Right. We've got this vehicle to extract. We can do that. Not an awful map either. We can just stay in the middle, we can control these gates, and we have to keep in mind that this is an advanced combat and there will be bombing raids. Just keep that in mind. Just damage of a volcano, thank you. That'll be fine. Oh god, it's disabled itself. Fire. Okay, no one's getting blown to smithereens. Coming from the top this time. Let me just go and pick that up as well. It looks like we'll probably do it on the way. That tile's not covered, this one is. Shuffle this across. That's the point. These. Okay, damage of the ironclad, repair the ironclad. Damage. We've not got many rounds left now before the end. being chased. Kill the drones. Ah, they got us. Right, we need to move this thing.
Tell me what you need. On my way.
Setting an ambush.
Moving.
Shining through.
Enemy incoming.
This side.
Awaiting orders.
Go, go, go. Well, stacks of barrier help then.
Look out! Critical damage! Look out! We're taking critical damage!
Commander.
Hmm. Ballistic units. And we can't get the Thunderhead through.
Taking critical damage!
Let's go here.
Awaiting orders.
And in the meantime, call an airstrike. Oh god. Get on there. Ironclad, you were meant to be holding them off. What were you doing? Ooh, okay, that kind of got us caught with our pants down. That was pretty bad. We nearly lost then.
If you insist. The final enemy wave is approaching.
On the top, right.
Tell me what you need. No bother. Better safe than sorry. Yes.
Okay, let's go back through here.
Awaiting orders. On my way.
Make sure we get all of our bonuses. Yeah, we needed to make sure we got that. Ironclad now deals extra damage, which means its crits will be better, which boosts everything about it.
Tell me what you need.
This is getting hit in the back. We have to kind of, I'm going to say move into support, but it looks fine. Let's hit these.
Tell me what you need. Ready. I'll conquer down.
This should do it.
Area cleared.
Few extra coins, 375 we've got now. Okay. Your Thunderhead deals increased damage but takes more damage. Ooh, 15% more damage but it deals 55% more. Ooh. At the start of each wave, if your Ironclad is below the health threshold, restore health up to it. There's not going to be any more waves. This is like literally just a no. Your Volcano has reduced fire rate, but whenever it kills an enemy, its health is increased for the rest of the mission. I think it's already got that, hasn't it? So that's... Has it already got that? It's got something similar, I think, hasn't it? No. Yes, it has. When it kills an enemy, it can restore 200% health, but has a 5% chance to deal 4 damage to itself when it attacks. Okay, so we've got something similar to that. I think it's going to have to be this with the Thunderhead. It's a bit more damage it's going to take, but given the amount that it's giving us in return, it's ridiculous. Okay, this is this last bit now, so I think we'll go with this. When your Thunderhead is attacked, it has a chance to disable the attacker. When your Volcano attacks an enemy with low health, it can disable them. Really? Disable? When your Volcano attacks armoured enemies, it has a chance to gain armour. That's not bad, actually. That might be useful. I don't think the others will be. We'll just buff some abilities now. Repair, health, crit chance. 30 additional health on top of the 2,600 armor. Oh god. Right. I'm trying to think now, like, it'd be, let's see, 1,685, and then you'd add this on, which, yeah, it's got more armor than the rest of our mechs put together, probably even including the command vehicle in that as well. It is ridiculous. That one enhancement at the beginning, that has, like, this thing really is, it's just a walking battleship. It probably has as much health as the boss at this point. It will likely just kill them. Okay, here we go. Excellent work, the EMP is powering up. It won't be long until it blows and triggers a chain reaction that will see the Axis war machine grind to a halt. Look though, here we go. Almost looks like the Imperial Aquila from 40k, that. Of course, they're all based on like that eagle that the Axis used to use, so it's all... Which I guess is probably based on the Roman eagle when you think about it. Everyone really loves eagles, especially America these days. Your so-called EMP is nothing more than a myth. No device could ever destroy the foundations of everything Dr. Zed has built. The only destruction today will be of yours, your hopes, your mechs and your bodies. The might of the Axis will swat you like a fly. We have company. We can't let Eisenhart destroy the EMP. His mech's power cells will accelerate the charge. Redirect them to the EMP while we still have time. Okay. His mech's power cells will accelerate the charge. What? Okay. We're redirecting him into the EMP somehow. What? Sure. Can he just destroy this and win? I'm guessing he can just destroy this and win, right? We'll sit at the back here and we'll repair our command vehicle. Oh, yeah, just get on there. Bang. Oh wow. We are hitting like a truck. I don't think it was expecting us to do as much damage as quickly. We might be overdoing it. Oh god, we've run out of cover. But it's still shooting me. It's still kind of. Oh, okay, we're kind of annihilating him. Let's use the mech arm. Right, where do we deliver these to?
Commander?
Oh, just walk back with it. Okay. I guess really we should be going like here and like behind actual cover. Probably that would make sense, you see, but I don't know. Do I want to make sense? Oh, and then you have to wait for it. Ooh. Okay, Thunderhead, it's distracted. Grab this. Ironclad, you move into attack. Right, Thunderhead, you can now just sit here. Ironclad and Volcano, you get up there. Command unit, you're going to move back to some cover here and get nice and safe. Tuck yourself in. We are trashing his mech.
Get ready for enemies approaching.
No, this is not happening. I will destroy you. We're so close to victory. Get those power cells installed. And then get the bloody hell out of there. Oh, we can do that. I'm assuming now it's going to be like, now you have to survive the infinite waves of enemies while you defend against them. Get the power cell installed. Will you manage it in time? Ironclad with its super speed runs off like doo 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 doo. Oh, why have we not? Why are we missing one? Is it because this hadn't installed it in time? It's like reset it and just spawned them in over here or something. Whatever. Whatever. Just get over this way. I've barely even used my abilities yet. Like, we've not had to resort to that really that much. It still has 2,200 armor. I was just lasering the Thunderhead's face off and it just did not care. It's probably going to shut our mechs off as well, so we probably need to, you know, we're going to have to hoof it. Quick, set up the EMP and shut down this tower. How childish to think this would end me. You will hear from me again. Get ready for the sequel in World War 3. Oh no, looks like we're going now. Okay. Oh no, I was fully expecting like a big mech to crawl out of there, and it's like, and now for the final boss. But no, it looks like that is it. The MP detonated, setting off a devastating chain reaction. As the machine tower crumbled, the Axis war machine ground to a halt, and the city fell silent. In the final moments, the heroic resistance pilots escaped, ready to fight another day. While the Axis mech production, with the mech production crippled, the resistance could fight back. The flames of rebellion ignited, spreading like wildfire across Europe. The pilots returned home to a hero's welcome, carrying a tale that would never be forgotten. But Dr. Zed is still out there. Whatever he's planning, the resistance will be waiting. It's like the end of the Star Wars Episode 4, with Vader veering off in that TIE fighter, isn't it? Very good. Right, well, short but sweet. I mean, I say short but sweet. I think I kind of ploughed through that. I think very much it is a case of like, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's unbalanced, but certain abilities are massively better than others, like enormously so, and it is actually kind of like the trademark of a good roguelike. A good roguelike will typically be like, you'll have runs where like the stars align and you happen to get all the best gear and then just absolutely cripple everything. Like part of the fun of a good roguelike is when you get all those like crazy synergies and abilities that chain into each other and then accidentally break the game if your run's going well. That is like that is part of the fun, I tend to think, especially as you play through it and you get more unlocks and other things like that. But it does also mean then you have the bits of you have roguelikes where basically it doesn't go as well as you want it to, and you can get kind of screwed over and you're on the back foot and barely holding it together. We're getting a bunch of epic equipment here as well, by the way, lovely. And I wonder who the MVP was going to be. Thunderhead. Mind you, it could have been the Ironclad, I will admit. You'd think like the Ironclad was really just ploughing through things there, like a just mowing through them with its like ridiculous, like over 100% bonus fire rate on its machine guns, with its like 60% crit rate, you know, and double, like triple damage or whatever when it does crit and annihilates everything. Right, Goliath cover. What else have we got? Mobilization Mark 3. Sounds good to me. Oh, mind you, field repairs 3. Nah, mobilization. I'd need it to do like the side missions and stuff. And I'm saying all this, it doesn't matter. You know, the game's over. It's done. But yeah, it is. It's quite good. And again, it's definitely, for a small game, it is very well presented. I will put this out there. Like, it kind of has the look and feel, maybe not quite as like a AAA game, but you would. I'd normally expect to be paying like 20-30 quid for something like this, and I think it were more along the lines like 15. In fact, I think since there was the introductory offer, I actually went and got like the deluxe version to get the soundtrack, since they'd knocked a bit off. So I've done very well with that. There were a few technical issues. I did actually post on the Steam forums with this. Very rarely do so, but messaged them that I had an issue with the screen resolution. Like, it looked like I was trying to play it on mobile. Like, there were just two giant black bars going to the left and right of the screen when I first tried to play, and it was something to do with how the resolution was being saved and set, something like that. But it's been, I think it got patched within like about 5 or 6 days. They did a patch initially that didn't quite fix the issue for everyone, me included, and then there's been a second patch where they've completely reworked how they did, how they saved like the resolution and applied it to different displays and that seems to have fixed it. But that said, the initial patch did work if I played it full screen, so they have actually been quite good at getting back to me and being responsive and getting that sorted for me. So the devs do seem to know very much what they're doing, and again, it shows with, like I said, the presentation of it. It looks very good, it plays very well, very smooth experience. I mean, I know it's not like the most demanding game in the world, but it's nice to know that, you know, they actually are listening and getting these little things fixed, because it does matter. Other than that, yeah, thoughts of the game, yeah, like I say, I think there's definitely some, again, I wouldn't even call them issues, but yeah, the balance, the way it seems to be balanced is, yeah, you can just have a lucky run like that, where you get a couple legendaries and it's like, oh, these absolutely win me the game. Like, kind of like when you'd get, oh, what was it called now? Brimstone in Binding of Isaac back in the day. You know, you just, oh, I've just found the best item in the game. Well, I'm going to win. Just, I've won today. Lucky me. Stuff like that. But it makes roguelikes fun when they've got that. A lot of them forget to do things like that. But yeah, it's definitely been enjoyable. I like the combat, it's quite nice. It is a bit annoying when you're kind of dancing around bombs constantly on the advanced combats and the elite combats. But I will say, if it weren't for that, it would probably be a little bit too boring, a little bit too dull. So I think they've managed to do a nice balance with it. I'm trying to think if I were to. There's not really much I can point out to and be like, oh, they've done this bad. There's not a whole load. The combat is actually rather in depth. It's not just I play a lot of. One thing that's really put me off lately, I've really started to get fed up of like turn-based games where it's like team tactics, sort of like squad strategy thing. You know, like you've got a party of guys and you take turns. I partially blame it on XCOM 2 because it's spoiled me. I just compare everything to that now because it's got the best turn-based combat ever, and nothing has even got close to it since. I think that the fact that they kind of keep you on your toes like that, but also it's in real time. It has a pause, sure, but it keeps it more. You know, it keeps the action, the pacing up. It's more engaging. It's not just like because the problem with a lot of turn-based stuff is that it is very like the pacing is off because it's like you're doing combat in spits and spurts and it's stopping and starting, and usually to keep it interesting and you need to make it so that the player has actually a lot of things to do, a lot of choices to make, a lot of options and tools, and there needs to be a lot of things in play to keep it interesting. But again, with this, it's like there is that. You know, you can destroy objects to create new lines of sight. You can, there's certain tiles you have to keep off of because they'll start damaging you if you're on them. Those little heat vents and things. There's bombs dropping overhead. Then you've got cover to think about. Different buildings will block your ability to see over them. They sent over, then they added those gates. There's actually a lot going on. There's a lot of, you know, different parts sort of interlocking there. And then it's again in real time. Sure, it has a pause, but it's you feel like you're spinning plates and it keeps you busy. Whereas a lot of games like this would just make it turn-based and you'd just be moving like, I will move the tank to the front and tell him to taunt, and then I will shoot with my archer, then I will shoot with my mage, and that's taking like 2 minutes to do. Because you're having to click through all the menus and little buttons to get them to do things, and it's just kind of boring and just watching them play the same canned animations over and over. I think they've taken the right approach with it, with the combat and that. But yeah, it's definitely, as I say, just over time I've got fed up with turn-based stuff. I really have. It's just the stopping and starting, and again the lack of depth in the complexity, which I think is why XCOM 2, because it did give you like lots to think about. The environment was fully destructible. Each guy, when you leveled them up a bit, would have like 6 or 7 different abilities they could use at once. So there was a lot that you had to think about, and that's how it kept you engaged. But yeah, with this it feels like spinning plates. I like the aesthetic, I like the mechs. One thing as well I just want to point out, lots of mech games don't do this, and I would personally, if they could make it so like it would change out parts of the mech, like it doesn't have to be crazy, you know. Just something simple. You know, maybe like certain items would have like a different model, like maybe if you go with a propulsion unit, you know, so maybe instead of seeing like a picture of the mech here, we could have like a 3D model of the mech if we were to do a similar game or a sequel in the future. Have like a 3D model of the mech that you can spin round and stuff here. And let's say I do a repair suite, it could have like tools attached to the side of the main hull here. Just like have a load of tools, bits of like some spare parts, extra plating and things. If I swap it out for like a propulsion unit, then if I rotated him round, there'd be like a big jet engine just attached to the back of him. You know, it doesn't have to completely swap the model out, but just having little things that attach on to kind of denote, oh yes, he has this attached to him now. Like, I put a targeting computer on. What if a little targeting device came attached to the front visor suddenly, right? What if I swapped this out for... I'm trying to think what the big red button and the chair and things would look like, but maybe we just change out this front... what would we call it, a porthole, like the change this out depending on which one it was. And then here you could just swap out like the barrels of the guns. Like, you don't have to swap out the gun, but maybe like swap out the barrel, or add bits to the side of the weapons, like onto the shoulders. Just add like, oh, I've got a deadly critical capacitor. Maybe it could add like a laser sight on the side here, and an extra ammo drum feeding or something. Or then maybe if I've got, I mean, I'm trying to think if I've got one here that isn't a deadly critical capacitor, because that seems to be all I've got. So like the hasted barrel. So maybe the hasted barrel will be, yeah, like an extra magazine drum, and the critical one would be like laser sights and stuff. Things like that, just so that it's, and I've accidentally taken that off. Then so that's Phoenix Protocol. That is First Strike. It was Flaw's Victory there, wasn't it? Right, stuff like that. Like the legs of the different joints, maybe, because I don't think they are. So regenerative steel joints. Yeah, it doesn't actually swap these out or anything, but it'd be nice if it did. Just like, maybe if you've got the swift ones or something, I don't know, maybe there's like, maybe there'd be like some sleek, lightweight legs that you'd use. You just swap the model out. Maybe then you could do like, oh, it's the regenerative ones, and you've just got like, again, more paneling and stuff on instead. And then on the back, you know, you'd have like exhausts and things sticking out from an engine and stuff that's out the back of the mech. And it's like, okay, I've got a regenerative one, and maybe that would mean that different looking exhausts, and maybe because it's regenerative, there's like blue smoke, green smoke that comes out of them, or blue smoke or something. And then if it's like the, where is it? So we've got a renewal cell. Maybe that replaces the exhausts with like vents and fans and stuff. Something like that. Maybe this gives it like hot rod exhaust, something like that. Because I think it's nice that there's all this customization here. It's very nice that it's all there. But as good as that is, and it is good, it's always nice in mech games to have like that level of customization. Because I play things like, I have played like Mech Warrior and things, and it is very satisfying. I think it is a staple of mech games to have really good customization on the mech. Like, it's not just about good combat, good looking mechs. It's you want to kind of make them your own. Kind of like how in racing games you always want a vehicle customizer. You at least want to be able to like change the paint and maybe the tyres and tune it a little bit. I remember one of the things back in the day, like Need for Speed had just come out, and I remember it was, I think it was like Need for Speed Underground, and like one of the first racing games to do it, where it's like, yes, you can fully customize your car, and I mean like fully customize, you know, neon lights underneath, and change the, you know, put like spinning rims on the wheels and all this stuff. And it's like, was the racing game any good? It was average. Was the car customization absolute S tier and flattened the competition? Yes, it was. Personally, I preferred Burnout, because again, I think the racing on Burnout was better, and I liked smashing into other vehicles. But Need for Speed, and I think they were both made by EA. EA decided to just drop Burnout and keep Need for Speed because it were doing better numbers, and it were doing that because basically it had really, really good customization. But yeah, that's all I can really think about there. But I think, yeah, genuinely great experience for a nice little price tag. Very fun, this. And I do appreciate that it's very British. Very much so. Right. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Grit and Valor 1949. And I will see you, well, I'll see you in future videos. Coming up around the time this is finished, Atom 4 will still be on the channel probably. It'll be about halfway through, I'm guessing. I think I'm coming up to like the sort of Act 3 part of the game soon, it seems to be. So that'll probably go into May from the looks of it though, because I'm just thinking how much I've already uploaded, how much I think I've got left. So I think we're probably going into May with that. But there should be, at the point this goes up, it'll probably been up for a fair few days now, probably going on a week. Darkest Days, no, Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. Not the greatest of titles in terms of like the actual name and remembering it. I think they could have chosen something better, but a very good zombie game that's essentially like State of Decay crossed with crossed with this War of Mine. So if you like the sound of either of those, check it out. There's also other things on the channel, plenty up there. It's been up for a few years. There'll be plenty of playlists if you want to watch more. Hope you do. Hope to see you there. Feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button if you have enjoyed the series, and I'll see you in future videos. I'll see you then.